Hello everybody. So this is a follow-up video, kind of like a conclusion and a follow-up all in once for my 06 Lincoln Towncar door hinge replacement slash repair of the driver's door that was sagging. Well, a couple weeks has gone by since I actually got it fixed. I don't know when I'm going to be posting it, but this is, as the title of this video suggests, this is a one repair that I've done on this thing so far that I really truly regret. And the reason for that is, well, not only that the problem still exists, but it's a different kind of problem, but I also, with my own two hands, kind of damaged the car, or at least I put it in harm's way. And you know, when I was picking up the car, like you saw me driving a Corolla for a couple days, you know, a mechanic, he really tried doing it himself. He couldn't do it. This was above kind of his specialty. And truth of the matter is, and I'll show you details, you know, hinges are replaced. So here are the new hinges. You can see the pink stuff, the stuff is lubricant. So these are new hinges. I have old hinges laying very close. So as far as getting the right hinges, that was fine. That wasn't the issue. But the issue was really is that, so once I left the car with him, he said he would call the professional, like body shop person, whatever, because he couldn't do it. So here you go. The latch itself, the lock, it's fine. Let's see if I can focus. You can see the kind of lubricant in there too, and also in the lock, which I do want to wipe down, because this is how I picked up the car too. It's got crap like flinging all over it. I can't stand it. But for a couple of weeks, I was devastated when I saw that. And here's the problem, guys. The door is still crooked. Check this out. So I'm gonna slowly try to do it. Look at this. See that? This is where it stops now. And this is really disappointing. Now when I try to do it, you know, quickly, it closes. You know, it still has that thump, that metal on metal clink. And then look, I'm going to try to do it slowly. See that? It kind of jumps off and it swings out. So here's what ended up happening. He did call some specialists. They messed around with it some more after myself, his partner, and I tried doing this for 3 hours trying to realign him. And this is what he told me. He said the guy came in, he knows how to replace him, tried replacing him, try lining him up. It's not the hinges. Hinges are fine. Here are hinges that came out. So these are factory hinges. They don't really have any stampings on them, or at least not that I could see. They have some numbers, but no like a part number. So right here, so this is the lower one, this is the upper one. The hinges themselves are fine, so they do have these, you know, wider slots, so you can actually, once you install, you can realign them, because obviously, you know, every car is unique. Never needed these pins at the end of the day because the pins were there. They were assembled already. Sorry, the wind. Let me get back in here. So he told me that basically this car must have been in an accident at some point, because he said the hinges are not the issue. The hinges are right, but the hole, like right here on this side, not on the door side, but on the car side, I guess. I don't know what to call this thing. He said that they're larger. It looks like the car was at some point got impacted, and he said that there was probably some repair work done. Can't really see anything, but he said, yeah, he couldn't do it. Now you can kind of see that the bolts are still original, and he can, here, let's see, there you go. Same thing here. Oh, you can see it from all the grease. But yeah, he said that there's nothing he could do, not the specialist, not my mechanic, he said, to get them realigned, because to get those things realigned, you have to basically replace whatever this component is. And you can see it's kind of a big deal. It's almost like, I mean, I don't know where it stops and where it ends. Probably, well, this stuff is all on top of it. So whatever this basically behind the fender that's what needs to be replaced, because he said those holes are much larger and there's nothing you can do from a body shop slash mechanic perspective to get it realigned. So here it is. So I'm still stuck here. And once again, if I do it slowly, I'm gonna scrape the door against the door, as you can kind of see. So the best they could do is to make it so that now when I slam the door, it doesn't, it stops right here, but it basically hits the lock against this, and then it kind of raises itself up. I'm gonna try to I'll do it fast, and I'll try to slow it down. So here you go. And it'll be interesting for me to see. So I traded one problem for another. Now, he felt bad that he couldn't do it. He felt bad that the guy, specialist he called, couldn't do it. So as far as, being charged for the job, I got a good deal, but we ultimately did replace the hinges. I know I gotta stop showing you that. But in the process, and this is the part that really hurts. We did some damage right here. I'll show you. Check this out. Gonna try to zoom out a little. So look, right here. Now all this damage happened probably with me holding it, with the mechanic trying to pull it up and do all that. You can kind of see all that stuff right here. Now this gap, when I first saw this, I'm like, this gap is huge, but that's actually kind of the same on the other side. So let me show you. Here's the passenger side. It's pretty wide. We didn't touch the passenger side. He actually looked at the passenger side as an example. He was trying to figure it out, even with me there. You can kind of see the passenger side is sagging too, but just not to that extent. Look. See? I shouldn't do that. So when I try to close it, it kind of raises itself up in the lock. But still, it shouldn't be doing that. But it's a lot better. But now that I know that what kind of a pain in the rear end this is, had I known that this would happen, I would have never in a million years even get this project started. I would have just lived a life with a sagging door. Yeah, it was rubbing up against, this piece, which in a way it still is. But I did some more damage here. It still doesn't lock right. It doesn't close right. And ended up causing more damage than it's worth. Once again, the mechanic didn't charge me nearly anything. Oh, sorry, all the wind. Holy crap. Anyway, I had to come inside because the wind, the plane, everything, it looks like some more rain is coming. Yeah, so this is really disheartening because ultimately I hurt my car. I didn't fix anything. And he told me, it's like, look, you need a real body shop. You need a real people if you want to fix it. It's going to cost you. Yeah, it's probably going to cost me what the actual dealership estimate was, although the estimate was for both sides. But I'm pretty sure had the dealership started this, had I actually paid that $1,100 whatever dollars, I think they would have come back and said, hey, by the way, guy, those holes are bigger. You're gonna have to put an extra $1,000 or whatever it costs to replace whatever this piece is, or weld something on top. So anyway, so the bottom line is my car's hurt. This doesn't fix. And also now, because the car was in the shop, the carpet is a bit dirty. I have fingerprints all over. I actually had some on the outside, inside. Anyway, it got me all riled up. So the moral of the story is, when I first saw this, I really wanted to call and yell and scream and all that good stuff. It's like, oh my God, what happened? But then I remember that I saw him trying to fix it. I really did. I was there. And I remember all the sweat and tears and everything else and frustration coming from the mechanic. And he was really trying. He was working, like I said, for 3 hours. The amount he charged me was was nothing compared to the amount of labor it took, the amount of hours alone. I mean, you know, mechanics charge what, 60, 70 bucks an hour, and he spent at least 3 hours there with me and whatever he spent after. So then I remembered it, and I calmed down. I didn't call, I didn't swear, I didn't do anything, and I just accepted the fact that this is a failed repair that I really regret doing, but ultimately the decision was mine, and I kind of have to live with the consequences. So I will probably stop this video here so you guys can kind of see the progress. You can probably see I'm upset, but it's okay. This is life. I have to realize this is never going to be a brand new car ever again. That time has gone by. So, oh, my box is there. So anyway, I'm going to be posting a couple other videos about all the repairs that I'm going to do as far as getting that door fixed, getting this lined up, because now it's hitting the lock. I need to actually keep lubricating now the locks, because if I don't do that, this thing is going to break one day, you know, and I have to wipe it, make it presentable. I have no idea what happened there. And yeah, so moral of the story is realize that your car is not perfect and learn to love it. And thank you everybody for your love and support, and we'll see you next time.